House Judiciary Dem, Republican clash over details of Whitaker testimony. Judiciary Chairman DNY claims Whitaker did Mr. The panel's top Republican, R. Gage, no. I. Nadler also said that Whitaker fired multiple U.S. attorneys in his new position, but Collins denied that this was related to run-of-the-mill personnel matters, and nothing nefarious. While Collins pushed back, saying the comments about Whitaker firing U.S. attorneys was part of normal. And lastly, Nadler claimed Whitaker was involved in conversations about U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Behrman, an ally of Trump's, being put in charge of the Southern District probe, which has since resulted in jail time for former Trump attorney Michael Cohen. His remarks: Whitaker knew Behrman could not unrecuse himself and declined to act on the president's request, fueling Trump's frustration with his interim appointee, The Times reported. Whitaker. The two competing narratives come after Whitaker testified behind closed doors on Wednesday, a month after Democrats alleged that he gave misleading testimony during his public hearing before the House Oversight and Reform Committee, where he faced a barrage of questions about his contacts with Trump, particularly as it related to ongoing investigations. His roughly 2-hour appearance comes after Nadler had invited Whitaker to clarify his testimony in mid-February, claiming that he repeatedly. Democrats immediately scrutinized Trump's decision to tap Whitaker to lead the Justice Department in November, following the ouster of Attorney General Jeff Sessions 1 day after the midterm elections. Whitaker, who is seen as a Trump loyalist, became a flashpoint for Democrats who vowed to bring him before Congress after older videos and comments surfaced in which he criticized of special counsel's investigation, which he temporarily had oversight of as the interim top Justice Department official. His tenure ended with the confirmation of Attorney General William Barr.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.